You shouldn't be afraid to represent, or talk about at least, other people's wines too. At least that's how our blog has done really well, is going from talking about just the wines I make, talking about all the wines in the region. And as soon as we were willing to talk about the rest of our neighbors, people were much more interested in what we had to say, because we went from being sort of a self-promotional tool to a research tool where people can learn a lot about the region just by following what we do. So that's the advice. Go big and talk about neighbors. Don't be afraid of friendly competition. And
be friendly with your neighbor wines, you think?
Yeah, because it's realistic too. Part of blogging is authenticity, and I think it's almost a sham to say that, like, oh, I only drink one winery's wines. You know, I never taste my neighbor's wine. That's not true. Every winemaker, everybody in wine tastes a lot of wines, and we like stuff.
Be broad-minded, like broad-minded in wine. Okay.
So
well, I think the real challenge for bloggers of wine is to tell real stories. Consumers don't know anything about wine. Most of them, they get very confused, and if it's complicated, they don't experiment enough. And I think for many years, too many people in the wine trade have not made wine interesting enough for people. It's not just about the style of the wine, it's about the people who make it and the places it comes from. So we need to tell stories, and the blogger needs to make life really exciting and to encourage people to get into the world of wine, to get lost in the world of wine, and to spend their whole life trying new things. Not going for the same old wine they bought before, but to try new things.
I do a lot of video, just because it was easy for us to sit down with other winemakers. And
especially in the US, there are many bloggers who do something very interesting, sort of constant video. So every week you have a video from one artist. Humble, very humble. So you can go to interview, I don't know, Bill Gates or the lowest and it's the same. So you have to be humble, not to be scared of that man. So if I go to interview Bill Gates, who cares? It's Bill Gates. He's the most rich in the world, but I'm me. I don't change for him. Okay? So you are always the same. Your question, your approach is always the same. You're a friend of the man you're interviewing, even if the first time you see him. So I suggest you to start with something very friendly and easy to. Maybe you will lose some minutes of recording because he will ask. We will talk about something not interesting, but then you will establish something, a relationship with this person, and you will go on with your.
But it was a very authentic and honest way to get a message across. This video is so easy. You just got to find your strengths and what you want to do, most importantly, and because the blog should not be an ordeal. It should be something fun. And yeah, just do whatever you're comfortable with.